3. I mean, we were right on time, pretty much right on time, and we did it. What's up, everybody? Always on time. I don't care what the comments are. I don't even think there is any comments, so that's cool.
That's what I was looking at too. I was like, is this just my view now of just not seeing any comments at all? I'm like, okay, then.
Give you special rights 1 week, and it's just nothing. But either way, the voice you're hearing there, that's You've Been Whacking Off, still whacking off. Where's he whacking off? Why was he whacking off? Where can't he whack off? He goes by all of those on social media, so follow all of the accounts. And Richie is underneath. I don't want to say below me on the screen because that sounds dirty, and it's an old trick that everybody says. He's underneath on the screen. What's up, Richie? And
not much.
We have a special guest. He's a mystery man by the description in there, but I don't put up the displays because, let's be honest, I don't love the way StreamYard does it. The one, the only, Evan is in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Good to have you back. For anybody that doesn't know, go watch a whole bunch of episodes. He was on here for a while, so it's kind of cool to catch up. We're gonna be doing a lot more guest work, so you're gonna see some random people each week. We had Tyson from Copper Johns last week, and who knows, maybe we'll even have some of the guys from Talking Beards make an appearance again, and just continually want to fill that screen with some amazing guests. And shout out producer Jace for all the amazing clips that has been coming here. And hopefully, Jace, you don't get too mad at me because I found some pretty cool software that I've been playing around with called Get Munch. And it sounds cool, sounds dirty, sounds like something potentially Euban might enjoy, but it's a pretty cool piece of software that I've been playing, and maybe I'll even send it over to you. But either way, let's give a shout out real quick to the Deluxe Edition Network. Sometimes I forget, but we're a part of a Deluxe Edition Network now, Evan. And we give a shout out to the podcast of the month for September, Metalhead Journeys, The MILF and Me, which, Euban, have you checked out The MILF and Me yet?
No, I keep on saying that I'm going to, and then I completely forget about it. We talk about it so early in the damn show, I can't remember that by the end. I need a reminder. And I was going to mention, too, Get Munch. Sounds like a lesbian dating site.
Mm-hmm.
Hey-o!
I think it used to be, and then they bought it out and was like, listen, we can AI that shit.
We can turn this into AI.
Jester did have one quick question. Did you drop earlier last Thursday? So the Thursday show we're putting out at noon Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. on the West Coast. That's 10 a.m. someplace else. In China, it's actually midnight, I'm pretty sure, or 1 a.m. Making shit up because I don't know time zone math, but it sounds right. But we're doing it at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can watch it whenever you want. We're, myself, Brandon J. McDermott, and Euban, we're kind of making it, easy to listen to audio-wise, and also just a lot of fun for us, so we can record anytime we want. If we just want to wake up and be like, it's 9 a.m., let's record on a Sunday, that's what we do. So just in case anybody was wondering, we don't do the premiere or live on Thursdays anymore, because turns out we're pretty goddamn busy, especially being parents. And speaking of busy, Richie has also been super busy podcasting like 8,000 different podcasts, and hopefully it's going well. And if you want to do the old plug for the jet, if you want, I'm not the boss here. Thanks, Graham.
I mean, it's the same stuff. Actually, this week we may be having our first episode of our third podcast that has come to the channel. But yeah, other than that, it's still going good. We do record this weekend for the very special guest that I spoke of. So
heck yeah,
that will be coming out probably in about 2 weeks.
Set your calendars
to that.
I still can't believe we got Mike Tyson on the show.
Right. Oh, you were supposed to tell him.
Oh, dude, come on. It was a super secret.
God damn it.
Super secret.
Hey, Alexa, set a reminder 2 weeks to check out Jet Entertainment on YouTube. There you go. Richie, we got your back.
Just made everybody's Alexa do that, too.
Yeah. And there was one other one that I just wanted to chat real quick. We talked about it on the pre-record, but I didn't get a chance to do it live yet. And it's a brand called Unreleased Grounds. They're awesome. I'm going to put the link in the Instagram, their Instagram account. I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys can check it out. Just a really cool kind of twist. Like Euban doesn't enjoy drinking coffee. I enjoy drinking coffee. Not everybody does it, but still people like to have a conversation. It goes well with a cup of coffee and a beer, I said. But they got some great merchandise, and they're going to be opening a coffee shop. So if you guys want to check it out, all the updates are going to be on their Instagram. And I'd love it if you showed them some love, but you don't have to. I'm not the boss of you. So check it out if you want. Unreleased Grounds. There's some really, really cool people, and it's a company that I can't wait to see how they progress. So, and we got a Patreon, I heard. Euban put some spicy stuff up there, and if you don't believe me.
Oh, did he?
No. But he might if we get more than 3 patrons. But we do put a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? A little more non YouTube, Facebook stuff on there. There is exclusive stuff that Jace keeps clipping. So thanks, Jace, for that again. And go check it out if you want. Patreon.com.
I'm a slut for money, so I will do dangerous and very slutty things.
Yeah, I still can't believe you fit Mike Tyson in there.
Dude, with super tight.
Did he nibble on your ear a little bit?
Honestly, so he mentioned Holyfield once, and I told him, I was like, if you call me the wrong name one more fucking time, we're done. He's like, fine. I was like, all right, continue.
That's classic.
He did try to use my nutsack as a speed bag. Listen here, that shit's super sensitive. I had to shoo him away. I was like, do you want a tattoo on the other side of your face? Because obviously he's very intimidated from me, as he should be.
Did you show the maintenance guy the after effect of how that looked? No?
Not yet. I try to plan, to show everyone my dick about every quarter. So I'm going to give it about 3 more months before he gets to see it again.
Oh, I thought you meant like a quarter, like in a sporting event every quarter. So at least 4 times a day.
No.
Damn it. They're missing out, man.
It's like
Really
staring at the sun. You can't do it too often.
Jay said he was watching the Jet podcast last week, and there was this ugly, skinny guy sitting next to some weirdo who looked like Richie. Now you figure out who's who.
That's Jimbo.
And I used that whole staring at the sun joke before, and someone said, "Oh no, it's just because you also have to squint." I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "Really?"
Here's the fun part about that. What Jace just said is, Nate, one of the comedians from 20% Fire, the other podcast, we have him convinced that I actually have a twin, and he doesn't watch this, so he won't see it. He doesn't even watch our own podcast. But we have him convinced that I have an identical twin brother named Jimbo, and that's the one that runs everything downstairs, and I do all the editing. And I'll literally do it to him in person while he's here. I will pretend to be Jimbo, and then I'll be like Richie, and he'll be like Jimbo. And I'm like, no, I'm Richie. And he's like, but you were, and I'm like, Richie, Jimbo's upstairs.
You got to hot swap the shirt.
No, I don't even change shirt. I don't even I put no effort into it other than just changing my name.
Nice. And object permanence is
yeah.
I could see that from him.
We just dress alike, that's it.
I thought maybe you were doing like a whole Mrs. Doubtfire in the restaurant scene where you're constantly changing clothes between, each person.
No, we just joked the first episode and gave me some random name and just joked that we weren't ever going to say what my real name was, and we just have stuck with it. So it's just he just keeps calling me Jimbo, and we just keep going with it. And I'm like, cool. It kind of grants me a little bit of anonymity, Be like, no, that was Jimbo. I didn't say that.
Love it.
You think I could do this? Only Jimbo really knows how to do production from downstairs. That's funny.
Well, so does Euban, but
well, if I ever get canceled, it'll just be we canceled Jimbo.
Touche.
Like, sorry.
Yep. But it's a good thing I have an identical twin brother named Richie. Or would you even mix that name up?
I don't know. It was Jed's idea. It's his show. I just edit. I film and edit.
Well, you and Jimbo. Yep.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah,
So
the
Grim
same.
says, allegedly, when we get 15 Patreon, Euban is going to shave his balls and apply aftershave afterwards, a la Home Alone.
I'd probably do that for $1. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I don't feel like that one.
I don't know. You gotta go a little more than $1 though, because you can't even go get a McDouble these days for $1.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
No, thank you for showing my value.
Right. Inflation, man. Inflation, it's gone up. So
I'd say $30 because that could potentially get you something you were excited about backstage before, and then it would be worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, but I'm trying to think of like, how lucrative can I get? Like, how often could I shave the balls and do this? And how much is the amount that would make it worthwhile between those?
You're going to have to mix it up, though, because people will get bored of the same repetitive stuff. So you're going to have to...
1 week the balls, the second week the gooch, third week butthole.
And then once you go through there, you start bedazzling that shit, dipping your balls in glitter, whatever you got to do,
I like this.
Bedazzle the booty hole and go for it,
Do you want to be my agent? I need some representation.
Can you have Jimbo be his
I am
camera
not
guy?
editing those videos.
I heard Jimbo. Is he looking for a little side work?
You had to talk to him.
You can go by Jimbo Longshaft. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just
Jimbo Longshaft.
Oh, that's a name. That's probably taken. JimboLongshaft.com. Let me check real quick. No, not going to check that. So
When you just go around paying $12 a year to own random websites,
I do. I own a lot of them.
That's awesome.
You just get,
Do you ever have
just in
anybody
case
try to
anybody
buy 'em
needs
off
one.
you?
Yeah, I made one of them actually made pretty decent money. It was when Pokemon Go was huge. I bought
Oh, yeah.
almost every variation of that I could, but the one that sold for, I think it was like, I'm not gonna say, but it was a decent amount of money, especially for $12, was PokemonGoDeath.com. Somebody bought it,
Huh.
and because I bought it, and then I was just putting like news articles up that I would find on the internet. They bought it, started doing a bunch of work to it, and then it just went nothing. You could probably buy it again, and I was like, thought about buying it again, but I don't know if people still are dying from playing Pokemon Go or if they're playing Pokemon Go. I don't know.
Apparently they are, because this place, the coffee shop, is a Pokestop. And so people
Oh, yeah,
come
that's
here and
right. I
play
think-
Pokemon.
Yeah, I think producer Zach plays Pokemon Go. He was trying to tell me about it, and I just couldn't keep up. Not that I have anything wrong with it, but I don't get that.
damn. Jace over here raising his hand like Katniss fucking Everdeen. As soon as I mentioned Gooch pictures, he's like, "I'll do it. You need an editor? I volunteer as tribute."
Chase. Well, there you go. All right. Apparently, they're saying that the YouTube chat is off. Sorry about that. I don't control that. I just pressed the little button, and then so if it's off, it could just be us. But I don't know. Either way, Triple T. Should we show some videos? Or do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? I have no problem with talking about it. If you guys have anything else,
Let's throw a video in. Let's see what's up.
Let's do it.
so as you can see in there, Chuck Norris Water and fart self-defense. I thought they went together pretty well. Had a lot of fun with AI. I don't know if anybody saw the thumbnail image, but there is a couple of Chuck Norrises in the background. Ladies, you're welcome. Fellas, you're welcome. Every other member of the community that has a bunch of letters, you're welcome, because Chuck Norris is looking good in AI. So you're welcome to any of the ones that there. So what do we got? We might as well start with the Chuck Norris Water. It's not the best video that was sent in, but made for a hell of a headline. And maybe when people start searching Chuck Norris, they'll randomly come across us and they'll be like, why is this guy named Euban whacking off talking about putting glitter in his butthole? But I'm glad I found it.
Hey Chuck, this Seaforce water is amazing. How did you get such a crisp, delicious artesian water?
It's underground on my Texas ranch.
Underground? How'd you get it out of there? You just told it to get in the bottle, didn't you?
Are you kidding me? I just stared at the ground and the water surrendered.
I love that he's just gone along with the whole thing.
God, he's getting old as fuck.
You still could take him, though? You think?
No, I mean,
Still whoop your ass?
I would probably say the last 2 years of his life, that's when I'll probably make my move. You know what I mean? A little fragile, a little kick,
Yeah.
break a thigh or something like that. 100%. I'll fuck him up.
I think you're muted, Evan. I understood what that one meant.
I read those lips.
It's so
Yep.
bad. I said little flight of stairs sprinkled in there. You know.
Yep. I mean, he's still probably going to be pretty badass. Whatever. What? You know what? We got to make the prediction. What age do you think is going to be the number for him if you were to put him, in one of your celebrity death pools? Let's all take a guess on how old we think Chuck Norris. That way, if
How
one of
old
us
is he
gets it
now?
right,
Yeah.
He's got to be like 76. Motherfucker's up
Wow.
there.
he's 83.
He's 83? God,
I
I
knew
knew
it.
asked
Okay.
that question before I gave my answer. I was going to say
Damn.
86, but
So I was
80
gonna say 86 too, but then I said 2 years away from whooping his. I can't whoop his ass now, so maybe 90.
Shit, that man's living to 105 years old.
Okay, that's a good guess.
You guys.
I'm gonna.
You guys. Oh, go
He's
ahead.
been selling that track thing so long. He's just going to keep selling it to 105 years old.
What were you gonna say, Evan?
Oh, I was gonna say. You ever notice that like all those action movie stars, like those macho men, they all look like pumpkins now. They're all orange. They've got
Mhm.
Mhm.
swollen faces and wrinkles and stuff. Overly tanned.
Yes.
Terrible. Like,
Apparently,
look at Stallone.
yeah, apparently spray tans are huge for celebrities. And I've been hearing the latest one is Bert Kreischer has somebody that comes to him like at least once a week and spray tans him. And he just goes off about how much like more jacked he looks and how everything looks better because he's sober for now. He had his liver drained or something like that. And he said that he's given up drinking for a little bit and like just smoking a ton of weed. And I don't know, he found like the perfect strand. I forget what it was. I'll listen to it and I'll send it to you, see if it's something you guys heard of. But yeah, he does all the spray tans, and then he's trying to get Tom Segura to get a spray tan and everybody else, and he just was like, dude, your wife would look so fucking hot on a spray tan. He's like, right, but he swears by it, and then he just went off about how, you know, it was a weird thing.
That sounds like loser of week
like
2 in
Bert
fantasy football gets a spray tan.
Oh, that would be a fun punishment.
It's a good one.
But I wouldn't know where to get one. Nobody around.
Because you have to
probably-
work up into a spray tan. Like you just can't go from pasty white to dark because that's what's wrong with Donald Trump. That's why he looks the way he does. That's a spray tan.
Yeah.
He has the eye things. You can tell.
It's bad.
Oh god.
Yeah.
you just imagine him suiting up with those? Damn, dude.
Little eye protection on.
Do you guys remember? Did you guys ever watch Friends? Do you remember the episode where like Ross got a spray tan and dude changed ethnicities? That's what I'm afraid is going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was just looking it up here. Ross spray tan. Oh yeah, he definitely. Let's see here. So if they were to try to do this in an episode now, they'd probably get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yep. Again, this is
Brown
Friends. He's got the even side.
The Neapolitan Nightmare.
That looks like something that from a different scene. Sure you could have fun with that, Euban.
It's a preview of Euban's after work activities.
It do be coming out a little misty sometimes. I might want to get that checked out.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you? Dust.
I hope it does do that eventually because that'd be a cool magic trick.
Nice. Be like, I could shoot this fly out of the air.
The bug salt thing or whatever.
Meanwhile, he's got bedazzled balls, so he's like bringing all the flies into him.
Yeah. Then he starts putting like a bunch of glitter in there, so when it comes out, he stuffs his urethra like a cannonball or a musket ball, and then it just comes out like
With
Like a
that's-
damn t-shirt cannon.
Yep.
like Richard Simmons would be approved of that, like just a glitter coming out like that. I'm pretty sure he's tried it at one point in time.
Oh god.
Time you fart, a puff of glitter comes out. You know, like lighting what was it, lighting farts on fire? That Tyson was loving last week.
You know what though? At least the hair around my butthole was away for a little bit. You know, I might do that again. Singe those bad boys up. Oh wait, no, I gotta save that for week 3 of the Patreon once we reach all those
Yes.
those subscribers.
Yep.
Yes.
Spoiler alert: there is potential talks. There's going to be another way that you can get something really cool on the Thursday show, based on the Patreon. So Euban, I'm not sure if you remember, but we're going to let them watch the show and
Luckily for you, I don't remember.
don't remember. Fair enough.
Secret
enough.
safe with me.
And plus, you have to save up because you were trying to in our fantasy football league, the Steve Winwood fantasy football league that we started. If you potentially lose, you might have to shave it off for the pube cube.
That's correct. And I have shared that pube cube idea with everybody in my office, and they're like, "That is fucking amazing!" So next year, so they were talking about the gooch pooch as well, having like a keychain, like a coin purse, but it's just stuffed with everyone's pubes.
Okay, tell me. Elaborate. I need to know. This is
Oh.
perfect.
So I forget I hope I'm not saying this wrong. So you know, like the little plastic case that like you get an autographed baseball in that you can. So the loser of
is.
the fantasy
That's
football
so
league
good.
has to grow out their pubes for an entire year, and then shave it and keep it in this pube cube, and then it goes to the loser, I believe. Again, right? Doesn't the loser have to keep the pube cube or what. I can't remember what the details are, but you essentially
that
have to
was-
have this trophy case full of someone else's pubes or your own. And it was somebody else's, yeah, because one guy had to have his dad's pubes because his dad was in the fantasy league, so he had to keep his dad's pubes on a fire mantle for an entire year.
Could you imagine being that dad too, who probably has never shaved them off, except for the one time he probably awkwardly got crabs in the 70s and didn't know what else to do, so he shaved them off, and then they climbed into his buttholes.
And there's gonna be some basic bitch. It's like, oh my god, 70s bush, so vintage, and just like try to steal it.
Yeah, and then sells it on
Sells it on
Patreon
Etsy.
or Etsy. Yep, sells it for $2.4 million.
Damn.
Good.
How many 70s bushes are out there? I mean, you people that are in the 70s with a bush, they're up there in age now.
They gotta be Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a
fire bush.
cube of Chuck Norris's? How much that would go for?
That could probably just like repopulate the entire country if something like disaster happens. Keep one of that. We need that strand of DNA.
Yeah, I mean, there goes the Hawaii problem. Everything's paid for. Chuck Norris's pube cube. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're having ideas.
Suck it, Oprah.
You wish.
Yeah, I take it. I take a sloppy one from her, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked. Just for 1% of her money. I'm not greedy.
You get a rim job. You get a rim job.
Now, if she did that, I'd take 0.5%.
What is 1% of 2.8 billion? Is anybody good at math? Because that's what you'd get.
Dude, there's smoke pouring out of my ears right now. I can't.
It's math I can't do.
Isn't it like you just like move the decimal point?
Yeah, but it's math
Yeah.
I can't. Is it like 280,000?
I thought it was 2 million.
2 million? 1% can't be, right?
Yeah, because that's how much a billion is. It's 100,000 million or 100 million, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Is
Hold
there
on.
anybody in the chat that can do math?
2
Because
billion. I'm doing it right now. So
Okay.
It's 100,000 million is what this man just said.
you know what I'm at. Shut up. It's 2 million.
Yeah.
1% of 2 billion is 2 million. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Technically, the math that I did, it was, 1,999,999.99. But I'm
no,
rounding it up.
you're telling me there wasn't a 420 or a 69 in there? You're lying.
There wasn't.
Wasn't your
I know.
math then?
It doesn't. I don't believe in any math that doesn't have 69 or 420 in it.
Mhm.
Helen Keller only believed in zeros and ones. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Sorry, it was a binary joke.
Yep. $1.
Man.
Price is Right rules. Rest in peace, Bob Barker. That dude fucked. We talked about that. Oof.
I did bring that up at my conference too. I asked some people. I was like, "Who got more puss, Bob Barker or Hugh Hefner?" And they're like, "Hugh." Oh shit! Hold on. And I was like, "Oh, you've heard the scandals. You know what's up." Bob was laying the wood.
So many lawsuits.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that stepped up. Imagine the ones he paid not to.
Well, they went to his funeral. 100%.
The price was right.
Ah, there it is. There it is. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm gonna do a self-defense fart. This has music. Sorry, YouTube.
お前はもう死んでいる。
That's the kung fu fucking flight attendant.
The Kung Fu.
Kung fu flight attendant.
So of those
That dude's
four
barf.
smashes, what would you rather have? Would you take the shot to the nuts, the shot to was it the chest, the shot to the face or whatever, or the fart to the face?
Fart to the face.
Yeah.
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 What am I gonna lose a little bit of pride? Get pink eye. Worth
A
it.
little pink eye.
Worth it.
Richie, what are you taking?
Well, so if we are the guy with the, other dude in the rear naked.
Yep.
I'd take him to the ground and choke his ass out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I knew that was it.
Fuck,
she's not
take
taking
him
that.
to the ground, put your hooks in, squeeze. Let's go. Night night.
From the sound of the
20
stomach,
years
don't
of
squeeze too hard.
jujitsu, you know?
Yeah. Well, at least one of us is man enough to know how to do all that stuff. That's Richie.
I don't know if that makes you man enough.
I mean,
It means I was small enough that I needed to learn some shit.
I mean, you were the only one that said you wouldn't take a fart to the face. I feel like you win.
No, I'm choking him out. I ain't taking no fart to the face. That's disrespectful.
Fair enough.
No honor in
Fair.
that.
That's true. That is true. All right.
I feel like it hurt. I mean, it doesn't feel, like a bruised sternum.
Mhm.
Fuck that. A fart to the face, easy peasy. Forget about it in 10 minutes. It's all good.
Unless it's a small room, small hot room.
What if he doesn't have a fart
Oh,
and he just cheesecloths pure fucking Taco Bell right at your face?
Then I'm shooting him.
what did you eat at Taco Bell?
Yeah, like then it's game over.
Is it volcano
Manslaughter.
tacos?
I mean,
Probably still, yeah. I mean, no, I'd probably take the hit to the chest at that point. I mean,
your lungs they're strong enough, right? That they could probably take it.
after doing that whole Vienna sausage cart that I had that one time, I feel like I'm capable of just about fucking anything.
I think you're capable of anything too. Evan's going, what?
Thank you.
What have I missed?
Oh no.
Hand check.
Oh no.
No. Someone's touching my wiener.
You did. You
You want to give him? He's intrigued by the Vienna.
yeah,
sauce.
give me the
Oh,
rundown.
dude. So I went to a dispensary and they were like, there was like this banana flavored one, banana cream pie. And I was like, ooh, my 3 favorite things. But I was like, I'm going to go try this bad boy out. And I take like an aggressive, when you first get one, they always have, it's kind of clogged up a little bit. So you got to clear it. But I'm like, so I'm just ripping the shit out of it.
Can you do a
And-
reenactment how you'd rip it?
How
2
dare
hands
you.
on the mic, please.
How dare you? So I was ripping this cart just aggressively. So I, as soon as I inhale it, I'm like, I gag profusely. I'm like, what the fuck? It feels like someone took the juice out of the Vienna sausages and poured it in a cart, and that's what I heated up and ingested into my lungs. It tastes like hot dogs, Vienna sausages, Spam. Have you ever had Spam?
It's delicious.
So you know what? Now that we're on the Spam kick,
Fried Spam, at
had-
least.
Did you ever have a Spam sandwich growing up? Little fried,
Absolutely.
Spam sandwich?
Oh, fried?
I'm
Yes.
from the South.
Yes.
Of course I did.
So we've had this can.
That was our
Spam.
lunch at school. What are you talking about?
Only once a day?
Dude. In our little Lazy Susan, which, by the way, the inventor of the Lazy Susan, I'm getting off 3 different topics here to finally get to my point. So can you imagine the person that invented the Lazy Susan? He's like, ha, 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 ha. Finally invented this. And his wife walks in. What are you doing, honey? I invented this. What are you going to call it? A Lazy Susan. You know what I mean? And then she's like, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
But anyways, I see a can of Spam in there and it's been in there forever. And I'm like, oh, the expiration date though is still 2025. So even though we've had this thing in there for 2 years, it's still got 2 years of life in it. And I'm like, today's the day I'm cooking Spam. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm like, I got some English muffins. I'm going to toast this bad, or I'm going to cook the Spam, toast the English muffins, make myself a little sandwich like I used to whenever I was a kid. And I tried it and I was like, this is going to be awful. I'm cooking it going, what the fuck did I eat? Like, damn, the struggle bus. My mom really did struggle. Like, this was, what the fuck was she feeding us, but then I ate it and I was like, what the
There
flashback
it
went
is.
through. And I was like, this is me on a swing at a park. I'm having a good time. The ice cream truck, I hear it faintly playing in the background. Ninja Turtle ice cream popsicles. Woo! It brought me back. It was delicious, but it stunk up my house for a good 48 hours. Do not recommend. That smelled like fucking hot cat food. Fucking disgusting.
Shit. According to Google, when I just typed in who invented the Lazy Susan, the first name that pops up huge is Elizabeth Howell. But then there's all these articles that say Thomas Jefferson invented the device, which is known as the dumbwaiter for his daughter Susan. But then there's another article that says it went back to the 18th century in England. So it first appeared as a Lazy Susan in the Vanity Fair advertisement in 1917. Nobody, not even the internet, knows who the fuck invented the Lazy Susan.
So I guess who called it the Lazy Susan? Was it Thomas Jefferson? Did he coin the phrase?
I think it was Vanity. I'm giving Vanity in 1917 the credit.
Just some dude named Keith.
I just want to know the fact that you called it a Lazy Susan, and that the name Susan had to have been popular back in the early 1900s as well. You know what I mean? That sounds like a Titanic name. So I'm going to go ahead and say somebody was upset with Susan.
Well, apparently, I clicked another drop down in Google, and it says during this the unnoticeable wooden tray was offered, and in order to raise attention, a new name for this tray was invented. The term Lazy Susan combines two strands, which I know I have your attention now.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The substitution of human servants with technological ones and the common names of servants.
You
So
don't
anyways-
think people were that lazy that they just named them all Susan?
I still don't quite get it, but
That's
that's what the Architectural Digest of India said.
First of all,
Oh, so then
fuck India. You know, I mean, I don't know what they don't know what they're talking about. There's no way that doesn't.
you're
did they
telling me
make-
somebody from India is named Susan.
That's where I was going at. How many
Have
times
you
have
not seen the videos? Hello, this is Susan.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I get it because they know that we can't pronounce their name, so they politely give us an American name, and I respect that. But we know your name's not Susan.
Charles? Are you trying to say Charles?
Did you know there's a difference between a lazy Susan and a super Susan?
I know. What's the super Susan?
Unlike a
The
lazy
table, the whole ass table must spin.
Oh, that's not
musical
the thing.
dinner.
That should be a thing.
That should be a
Patent.
thing.
It'd be just like eating dinner at like the teapots at Disney World.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, that would be so sick to have one of those in your house. God, those things are fun.
Oh shit, man, we just came up with some brilliant ideas.
Totally.
So unlike a lazy Susan, real quick, and sorry, Euban, there
No,
is
go ahead.
not a pole in the center of the rotating shelf. Super Susans rotate on a ball bearing system, allowing for heavier items on a smoother flow.
So, all I got was Pole and Susan. What strip club are we in?
Right? Lazy Susan spins as a unified piece.
Some
A Super
backwoods in the
Susan. Super Susan's attached to a fixed shelf, allowing the turntables to spin independently.
Damn.
Okay.
Educational show.
Fuck Susan.
All I'm just seeing is like you're just sitting there enjoying your meal. You're like, oh damn, I wish I could use some salt. And then this stripper comes along on this pole and just hooks one into you. There you go.
I'm surprised those didn't stick around. You know, it's not lazy Susans. You don't see those very often anymore. They're always
have
like in
four-
your grandmother's house or something like that. Nobody uses them anymore.
I have 4 of them,
I have
You're
one.
lucky. I can't find them. I won't.
but I also live in my grandparents' old house. So.
Well, there you go. That
There's
kind
like car
valid
ones that are massive platforms and they spin around real slow. They're all motorized and stuff.
oh no,
and
yeah,
then
they're
there's
just
car
motor.
Car rotisserie ones. Those are cool. Yeah.
I'm
I said
Googling.
rotisserie and you've been.
I knew
immediately
exactly the
giggled.
vine. Yep. I knew exactly the vine. So I was just like, I'm going to close my mouth and not even mouth anything here. I'm just going to read the comments.
There does not appear to be a table that is built like a Lazy Susan. There's things that you put on the table like a Lazy Susan. Like you can put one in the middle and have it spin, but there's not an actual table apparently that spins. So Evan, that's your next project. That's your $1 million idea.
I mean, there could be a pretty big downside. You know, somebody's not listening to you at the end of the day or whatever, and you're trying to explain something, or you know, they're maybe mouthing you off, and you just give her one of those real quick, and all their shit just flies. It might be
I'm
funny.
not seeing the downside.
Yeah,
Make them look like vinyl records.
cup holders. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
Vinyl
that's-
like-
records. I like that. That's good.
It's a niche.
It is a niche. Look at us go. We're going to be so rich, except for none of us have the ambition to make any of these dreams happen.
Immediately forget.
do any of us have the time to make that stuff happen?
Evan's going to send us a video in like 3 weeks. Guys, you won't fucking believe it. It's just a big vinyl and just do. He's like, I'm starting out. We're like, oh, fuck. Somebody has an ambition. My God.
Yeah.
I've got some Lexan. I've got some big ass sheets of Lexan and Phylon and fiberglass. I could fucking mock something up for you tomorrow.
I was gonna say, if anybody has a skill set, it's gonna be him. If anybody has the time, it's not any of us.
It's not.
Uh,
What are you supposed to be doing? Work? What are you doing? Record table. Friends, internet. Goodbye.
Lazy Susan, and they're like, "What the fuck? Is this guy having a stroke? What the fuck is he talking about?"
Yeah, pretty much.
But every time he sends me a video of him working on his cars and stuff like that, I'm like, "Oh, dude, that paint looks fucking amazing." I don't know the attention to detail of what he's actually doing, but I'm like, "It looks dope." And he's like, "Look underneath the hood," and I'm like, "Those look like tubes and wires in there."
Yeah, yeah.
It's good.
Does that
And I'm
make
like,
it go fast?
That's what I'm like. Oh my god, dude, looks awesome. He's like, "You bet your ass it has this, and this," and I'm like,
does it have a battery?
Vroom, daddy, get it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know any of this. I wish I did. Even my father, whenever he comes by, he's like, "Oh, it's got this 5.0 liters, got horsepower." I'm like, super fast, huh? Yeah, good. Room. There we go. Yay. I don't know anything about nothing. Left hand turns.
Tracy Chapman would be so proud of you, father-in-law.
Do it for Dale.
I did quote you though, Matt, at this conference. They were talking. They said something about it was a loyalty program type of thing, and they go, "Hey, try to keep it in the family." And I go, "Roll Tide," and then a couple people laughed. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" If Matt was here, he would understand. Damn it.
I love it too, because I put allegedly a shit ton of money on Texas over the weekend, and they beat Bama, Roll Tide, and fuck yeah, I'm so happy. Eventually the tides, pun intended, will turn, and I'll lose that money, but fucking right, Texas. I don't know, what do they hook them or something, whatever they do.
Gig 'em? No, that's Texas Tech.
Longhorns.
That's
You're
Bill
talking about
Cosby.
Longhorns.
Sports. let's gag him.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I thought he said.
Conor McGregor put a lot of people to sleep in their careers.
Mhm. Oh shit! I love right now. We got the chat going. We got IT. We have IT support is actually helping. This is a beautiful thing. This is a community that helps each other. I appreciate all the effort that's going into this and helping. And we appreciate you guys. And this video was sent in specifically that says, "Please show Euban."
Oh,
and I think it's
shit.
going to be obvious why. And I hope we didn't play this on the show, but I feel like we played it on the show.
What are you doing?
Rolling up.
How high are you?
Good, how are you?
No.
I've been there.
The concoctions that you create that late at night and everything it's the best. You try to tell some people about it the next day, like, "Dude, I got so fucked up. I made this and this," and they're like, "You're disgusting." I'm like, "No, Gordon Ramsay's gonna be calling any minute, and you're gonna be sorry. I'm gonna get taken away from this fucking hellhole."
Yep.
But there was a guy who ate the frozen pizza frozen. I think that's the one that we saw the last time.
Yep.
How the fuck he didn't lose a goddamn tooth is beyond me. That is insane.
How much diarrhea do you think he had the next day? If you're eating that stuff, that frozen pizza dough, ooh.
Again, I look at any food and I get diarrhea, so I'm a bad judge of character on that one. So I would say immediately, but that's just my own gut.
Yeah. Even the crowd wants to know, what is your level at?
So I did
6'2".
That's my. I get what you're doing there. So I did notice that whenever I zoomed in, I was like, "Damn, these eyes look really glossy and stuff like that." I haven't even hit the pin except for when we first started. So I'm like a 4.3 maybe.
Oh shit!
That was a solid hit, though.
It was pretty good.
Was
you coughed? It knocked you out allegedly. All right, and this is what I'm gonna do. I got a 20-second video that takes up the full entire screen, so nobody will be able to see us for 20 seconds. And I'm not messing with you on the time frame. I'm not that guy. 20 seconds. This video was actually sent in by Euban. So enjoy, everybody.
If you can't hear us, it's okay, but our grandma has died, and fuck you.
I know, because I mean, he had me at the first half too, man. When I was like, "Oh, his fucking grandma died," I was like, "This is the saddest damn video ever."
Fuck you.
I wish I had cool kids in my neighborhood. I wish I just had a neighborhood, I guess, but that would be so fucking hilarious to get that. I would keep that for life.
Richie's like, you want to trade?
And I'll stay in Cleveland, Tennessee before I'll move to Missouri.
First of all, what is that a 10-gram cart? What the fuck are you smoking?
This is just
it's an iPad or iPod
nicotine cart.
Gotcha.
Just
Looks like
a vape.
That looks like an old school MP3 player for sure.
Oh yeah, it has iTunes on it.
Totally.
Do you have any Smash Mouth on there?
It's
Rip in
This is
peace,
the
bro.
pop version. It just has a bunch of Britney Spears, NSYNC, and Backstreet Boys 98 degrees on it. It's weird.
Yep.
There's rumors of NSYNC having a get together because everyone hates Justin Timberlake right now. So why not revive your '90s boy band career?
Why does everybody hate Justin Timberlake? What
It's
happened?
always for something. They say that he always steals people work and a whole bunch of other things. They were trying to get him canceled over like 6 months ago.
I
I
don't
don't know
pay
if it worked.
attention.
Have you heard from Justin Timberlake in the last 6 months?
I haven't
He
heard
doesn't-
from most anybody
text me
in the last 6
anymore.
months. I don't even watch anything.
He doesn't text
This
you. You
world's
guys
gone
aren't
to hell.
You guys aren't his Bay 5?
Nope. Does he still own MySpace? Didn't he buy it for real? I
No,
thought
for
he
real.
bought it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the social
seriously?
network or like Napster dude or whatever the hell it was.
thought he
Yeah, I
bought
saw the
MySpace.
correlation there. You're not alone.
That's okay. Thank you. That's where my mind went.
Wait,
Yeah.
MySpace is still a thing?
Him and Odell Beckham Jr. have the same hair. They did at least in the 90s. That ramen noodle hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you go to MySpace.com?
Or they like frost the tips of it and stuff?
MySpace is still a thing.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. If you guys want to see it, I haven't tried it yet.
All right, let's see your login credentials.
I
I need to see them.
no. I don't think I know it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my password back whenever I was a kid would probably get us
That
taken
doesn't
off
look
the air.
anything like MySpace.
Nope. You got news, artist of the day, Q&A. Everybody loves A-list.
It
Top
looks like-
8 portraits, free lunch, 10 things, profiling, premiere, crowd surfing.
That's just Steam with less games.
Yeah, see, it looks almost like an old school iTunes or something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it looks different when you search somebody. Does anybody in the chat have MySpace and we can type in your name and see your profile?
Is this just where celebrities who didn't perform, baby blood rituals or some shit?
Oh, it's still available.
Oh shit!
Still available.
Don't mind me getting some work done here real quick.
Chat. Enter.
I don't really want
name.
one. I'm too lazy. I got to my spa and I gave up. That's
Still
what
available. There you go. Oh wait, there's an artist, Jet Entertainer.
Yeah, but
Oh,
there's
yes.
Jet Entertainment tonight, so
Yep.
it's okay.
Cream of the crop franchise from the bottom. I bet you it's really good stuff.
I'm not
Maybe you
gonna
could
lie.
get a theme song from Jet Entertainment for the Jet Entertainment Tonight
That
production.
would be cool.
I think you should go with this one. Tiempos Amargos. That's the one.
Yeah, that's gonna fit real well.
That's the one. Or I'm from the
Welcome to Jet Entertainment. Two rednecks hosting, playing.
How about this one? I'm from
Mariachi
the
Man.
A.
Canada.
You hoser. I'm gonna play that song, but not live on the show. I
Listen,
don't wanna
that's
hear
offensive, okay? That's our word.
What's that?
There's not a dry pair of panties on this podcast.
it. Nope. There hasn't been since we've seen that mustache.
So
It's I lopped everything off. I had a good beard going, but I had to disappoint you, man. It was yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I
was
believe
gonna
as
record
long, long as you keep some sort of facial hair on there, I think it's a win in his book.
Nice. Okay. We're good.
So Jason,
I had the handlebars for a little while too. It was spicy. It was good because my respirator fits right there, right? So right there. Just screen cap that.
The Matt, are you trying to filter through all these inbox requests too, asking how much? What does that mean? How much the rides are? The fuck is that?
I know they're just non-stop in the chat.
Yeah, damn.
Mustache ride. I want to ride. How much
Oh.
for the mustache ride? Patreon.com/beardloss. And we'll actually when we hit 1 million US dollars or Canadian dollars, that's fine. We will send
That's like
you
78 cents. Like,
right, but we're gonna put it in a cube and we're gonna auction off your mustache.
I could do that. It'll grow back.
Right.
100%.
And I mean, we're gonna have 78 cents to split, or was that our new band name for when NSYNC comes out? We're gonna bring back 78 cents.
78 cents.
And that's why like,
98
when people
degrees.
exactly, but when people come to see us, they're like, "The fuck is this? Like, you can't get much for 78 cents." You know,
You get what you paid for, motherfucker.
that's right.
4 Canadian pesos.
And then we'll just have 50 cents. It's $1.28. And they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
That's a math joke too. I'm all over the place today.
Totally.
We're
Do you
firing all
do you have a Ring camera? Do you have a doorbell camera?
I don't. There, I live out in the middle of
Fuck,
fucking
we gotta-
nowhere, so they don't.
We gotta get you one, and then I want you to do a segment where you get absolutely shithoused, and you know have like an intro there. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be something else.
I should put it out in the shop because I had a lot of people request the old effect videos I used to do way back. I still get people like, "Hey, do those." They're like, "There's so many effects on TikTok now." They're like, "Please, just do it." And I'm like, "It's the whole getting banned thing, guys. I don't like that." And as soon as I get any kind of like smoke to come out of my mouth or anything like that, they're like, "Your video's under review, guy," and I'm like, and it sits there forever. So then I'm like, I always say it's a lot of work, but it's just me smoking, putting filters on my face. Isn't it? Not a lot of work.
Then create a sticker that just says thering.com and put it in the corner so it looks like it's a Ring one. Maybe you could do your characters through that and make it look like that.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That'd be good.
Or just buy one. I mean, either one's going to work for you.
Or we can put it on the Patreon. You know, just be like, "Hey,
free access to your Ring."
Check out the UPS guy delivering Euban's package, and it's going to be him holding my wiener. Ring.com.
I'm
you
ready.
don't need
I'm
two
ready for
hands. Not a team lift for sure.
Ding and rash instead of ding and dash.
So there was one name that.
So this one time I did get a rash.
No, it's fucking one. There was something that made me cry from laughing. Granted, was I a little stony baloney? Yes, but we were making fun of this chick who we always say that she gets peanut butter for her dogs, and just, so this buddy I work with calls her nibbles and clits.
You got to put that on a shirt for her.
Nipples and clits.
Oh god! And he's gotten used to saying it so much that even like when our boss walks in, he's like, "So who do you want to do that?" He's like, "Oh, well, nibbles and Nicole." Yeah, Nicole. Oh shit!
That is hilarious. Yep, definitely a shirt.
Damn.
All right, let's see if. Go ahead. Nope, you first.
How polite of you. How Canadian of you.
Yep.
What's the most like out of pocket Sony baloney meal you've ever created?
Oh.
See, I think I mentioned the peanut butter and Funyun sandwich is probably it's up there.
In price? Are you saying price wise or just like the best one you've made?
Oh, just like the most like ridiculous.
Oh shit. Okay. So there's this one thing where I used to do where we would get super fucked up and go to like several different fast food places. So we would get like Arby's curly fries on a Little Caesars pizza, but then you would go to Taco Bell and get like the party pack. And so what we would do is you would get the it was back in the day you used to get 50 nuggets on football Sundays at McDonald's. It was called the bucket of nuggets. And so we would get a bucket of nuggets, the taco party pack, Little Caesars pizza, curly fries from Arby's. And so we put the curly fries on the pizza, and then you get the McNuggets and put it in the taco party pack. You get soft shell tacos. So you get this in, you put it in there, and something about the beef and the chicken nugget and the cheese and the hot sauce and something about curly fries on pizza fucking hits.
Have you had it sober?
The nuggets with the tacos, yes, and even cold. Like I just took it out of the fridge again and just made it, didn't heat it, ate it. I'm also fat, so I love me some food. That one was good.
Was smart.
Now, granted, with anything with pizza, I'm pretty sure I could probably make any topping on pizza, and I'd probably be able to eat it to an extent.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So
That and everything goes well in a tortilla shell.
Yes. Now, you guys, any weird concoction that we need to try that's going to be like the next Keith Lee video? We're all going to rush over there and go get it.
I can't think of anything like weird. I mean, when you start off with a story like that, how can you compete?
I mean, I can't even order when it comes to being ripped. And I remember going to McDonald's and they had what was it, the big extra and the McChicken, and I couldn't decide. And I was like, I couldn't even see at that point. My eyes were so shut. And I tried to order a big chicken several times. And they were just like, "What? Yeah, can I get a McExtra, big chicken? Like the big chicken, like it's on the value menu. I need a big chicken with like a medium large root beer, some well done fry." And they were like losing it, 100% losing it. I was in the back seat, like out the passenger window. Yeah, that was a sloppy night, man.
Like, yeah, bring me the clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him out here.
Oh man. So, I need a big chicken.
I kind of feel like a let down that I haven't just tried some crazy shit, because most of the time mine were like drunken escapades. You don't always remember the shit when you know what I mean. You're super, super drunk. So maybe there was some gold in there, but I just. What'd you think of?
I got super drunk yesterday for the first time in forever. I was messaging, I messaged you. So we decided to go to this craft beer place that has food as well. And I was like, sweet, I'll get some food. Look at the menu, cheesesteak. Really hard to fuck up a cheesesteak. And if you're at a craft place, you would assume that you know how to make good bar food, like a cheesesteak. This hoagie comes out, and I'm like, ooh, I'm so fucked up. I need this sandwich. So bad.
I'm trying to watch him.
I've never seen a cheesesteak that was with an actual piece of steak cut into strips, and this shit looked like, the driest of jerky. And I'm like, oh, okay. I take a bite of it. I chewed on the same piece. I shit you not. I was watching the rest of the Bills and Jets game, like the last 4 minutes of it. I got to that, the post game, the locker room speeches, and everything else with the same bite. I'm sitting there, God damn, I cannot chew this piece of shit. So I did this whole thing where I hope I did it smooth. Again, I was fucked up. I grabbed my napkin to wipe my face, and I was like, put it in the napkin, and I threw that shit on the ground. I was like, that shit is disgusting. So I was like, I'm thinking it was a fatty piece. You're like, okay, this. Not every piece is going to be like this. I tried it 3 fucking times before I gave up. So when that guy's sweeping underneath the booth, what the fuck? Why is this like sticking to the ground? What is this shit? That's chewed up beef, homie. I tried, again, 15 minutes to get that shit down. Wouldn't go. So Yard House in Kansas City, don't recommend. Trash. Go get the Philly. Disgusting.
Horrible. You're like, this gum has no flavor. Stick it on the bottom of the table.
Right. And there's no cheese. Like usually with the Philly, you have like a big old slab of fucking cheese on it and everything else too. And I'm like, nothing to make this shit. If I would have had a glass of water, I would have dipped that motherfucker in there. I would look like Joey Chestnut trying to fucking get down 70 goddamn hot dogs, dipping the bread in the water. Terrible.
Mrs. Brizzles. Miss Brizzles? Is that like Snoop Dogg's version of the Magic School Bus?
Miss Brizzle.
New Jersey.
Mrs. Brizzle.
Did it have Cheese Whiz on it, or was it sliced cheese?
Grated cheese. Just a little bit of. That's what I'm saying. This looked like they're like, oh fuck, we ain't got the shit to make Philly cheesesteak. What are you doing with that steak that's been sitting underneath the warmer for 3 hours? Give me that shit. Yeah, all right, cut this shit up. Fuck, we ain't got no cheese either. Someone order tacos. Let me just grab the leftover cheese there. Perfect. Send it out. Garbage. The fries, money. Eat the fries. 100% worth it. That's what I had last night to eat. Fries.
Interesting. Because I think a real Philly cheesesteak has Cheese Whiz on it. That's the cheese.
Yes. And whenever you squeeze it, like juice should be like this thing should be not at all. The only thing that made that bread even remotely soft was the butter and the garlic, whatever they had on it on the inside, the aioli, whatever the fuck that shit's called. That was
the way you described that meat made me soft, man. That's fucked. You're like, this chewing tobacco is a little bit flavorless.
It's like the soul of someone's shoe. Like I was like eating a 96 Air Jordan, like Air Max. Like it was so gross. Ugh. I would rather smoke the Vienna sausage juice, honestly, than have to eat that sandwich again. I would in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Probably had more tender flat tires.
I was gonna say, if you want him to get back hard, you're talking about chewing rubber. Evan's gonna get erect again.
Again.
He's not a rubber fan. He's
true.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, you're right.
Unlike the meat on the Philly, he likes it raw.
Well played. Well played. Speaking of swallowing things, check this out.
So how you feeling, Jonathan? I have to video you. I haven't done it. Please say hi.
Hi.
Are you gonna laugh? You gonna make some pen noise?
I already taped it on my phone.
But I didn't tape it. You're gonna tell say hi to Boy Scout.
Hi.
Could you imagine the dog at home? Like, fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?
Somebody's got to cut in that little sand frog. You guys have seen those videos, eh? Little angry frog.
With Coldplay playing. Yeah. Like the turtle ones too. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a fun little medical bill for swallowing a dog toy. Imagine that's one of your kids.
Medical bill? Never.
Oh, 100%. That's going to be one of my kids before too much longer. Maybe.
Yeah. I was going to say there's a Canadian here, so yeah, he doesn't have to pay those.
That's okay. They just fuck us in the ass with everything else. Because it's like $10 for a small block of cheese right now at the grocery store. So that's cool.
Yeah.
You would think that's how much it costs at the Yard House due to the lack of cheese.
The cheese shortage.
Fucking
great cheese shortage.
Yep, they get their cheese from Canada. That explains why, because I'm border town, there is a lot of Canadians, which is good for us spending that money. But they do love coming over here with the prices, which is crazy because they can come over here, do all their shopping, go through, pay taxes again and on it just to get through the border and still be cheaper.
Still be cheaper, yeah. We went down to Montana and did like a shopping trip a couple years back, 2019 actually, right before COVID, and yeah, that's what we did. Like we went down and we literally drove 13 hours to buy a fucking brisket, and not even like and by the time, because it was like a medium size, like really nice brisket, that shit would have been like $180, $200 here. Like it's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. It's wild.
But I don't know, man. Have you ever stubbed your toe and had to pay $10,000?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No, it's like, well, I blew. Okay,
You're
so
paying for this shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
You know you can just get it written off, right?
You're setting me up for a trap, and I don't like it. You're setting me up for a trap. I already
I'm
see
setting you up
Rap's
for a trap.
comment too.
Written up or cut off?
They don't
written
write off everyone's bills. Not everyone.
Oh yeah.
There's certain
Just poor
regulations.
people like me.
There it is.
Here we go. Fucking,
God.
it's been a good solid 8 weeks.
You know, it's hard to say that with all this equipment sitting behind.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. I was like, motherfucker's got a monitor for every
Only
goddamn
half of it
broken
is
bone.
mine, though. Okay, it's really just everything over here is mine.
He's like, look
The
at all
other thing
this.
is my work computer. So that's
You're like,
that's
that's
all
my
work.
that's my rolled ankle.
I don't know that.
I got a blown out rotator cuff behind me.
Yep. Actually
No,
doing some radiology.
It's the healthcare system.
See that right there, Euban? That was your dentist appointment. Not just
Yeah.
Damn.
I blew my eardrum out scuba diving November of last year. And they sent me a referral to an ENT, like a ear, nose, throat doctor specialist. And they called me 2 weeks ago and they were like, hey, we're ready for your appointment. I was like, that fucking shit's healed. Like I bought the scope, like the whatever the
with the
camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like tracking progress on that shit. And that like it healed up like February. And it still took that long. And they were like, hey, so we're ready for your appointment. That was a quick and angry phone call. Brutal.
So before we go to Evan, I do have to ask you a question just because you said something a little different. It reminds me of a certain state here in the United States. And I'm just kind of curious of how you may say it. I don't know how your geography is of, you know, the greatest country in the world. It isn't. So Washington, right? What is the state that is just right below that and right above California?
All right, give me
that. How do you?
Oregon.
Oh, of course.
Oregon.
Wow, even the foreigner gets it right, Matt. How
Oregon?
Yes.
Aragorn?
Wait, who's pronouncing it Aragon or whatever?
Oh yeah, who would say Aragon?
Yeah,
Aragorn.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Not to call anybody out, but you know, this guy over here.
We up in my parts, people say Oregon. That's what they say.
Like
Oregon. And that's how I thought it was. I went through school and played Oregon Trail.
Down in my parts, people say "bless your heart."
So people around here who usually pronounce it that way, they get a special room in the school. They don't get to hang out with the regular kids and stuff like that. There's
oh my God.
I guess I don't know. So we always used to say, you know, is that special ed? You know, I'm not trying to be offensive, but so now the kids nowadays apparently they call them speds. So I was like, yeah, my kids kept saying, "Oh, person's sped," and I was like, sped, like they're fast. Sped,
yeah.
Sped
when I heard that first, I was like, damn,
I've already
dude,
heard
he's
that
quick.
term a million times now because of Gabriel being autistic. That's considered special ed, so they keep talking about the teachers and therapists and all that. They're like, so the SPED program, they're gonna. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
y'all get lazy with special. Y'all couldn't pronounce special ed, so y'all just SPED.
They abbreviated it.
Like you lazy.
Not even just.
That's how little y'all care about these kids.
They shrunk that gap.
It's crazy. I was even talking to my boss who's like 50, and I was like, hey, you know, some of these younger terminologies, he's like, I can't understand some of it. And we're sitting there eating cake. I'm like, you know, like cake's one of them. He's like, oh, that means butt. I was like, oh, look at you.
Hey,
good for you.
Hey,
is that the maintenance guy?
No, he keeps on asking me how's it hanging. I was like, you know, it doesn't.
Long and loose and full of juice.
Fuck.
Order a little to the left.
Well, let's call this. I know we're speaking all busy. We've done the thing. Can't thank you enough, Euban, Richie, and Evan. Thanks for joining us. Greatly appreciate. Love seeing that beautiful mustache and face. And it's still light out where you are, so good for you. It hasn't been light out here in 3 hours. So
I was choked.
I saw that.
Oh, it was Sprite. It wasn't even anything like fancy.
I saw you drinking with your pinky up. You fancy.
I do that a lot.
You do. It's okay. It's not your fault. So Thursday, Beard Laws Podcast episode 206 is going to be live, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out if you want. If not, that's okay. That's all we got. Can't thank you enough. Anybody that took some time. And if you're still listening or watching, we really appreciate you. And Euban wants to say something. No, I'm just kidding. That's all we got. We'll see you guys next week. Later.